The Hasan situation is interesting because poor people have been hitting and shocking their dogs for decades, and I don't see anyone advocating for $1,000 pet license mandatory. The masses, for 50 years almost, have been getting, multiple dogs, multiple cats, bearded dragons, guinea pigs, ferrets, mice, geckos, you name it. They're getting an insane amount of pets, and for 50 years, we've essentially been teaching our children that pets are objects, they're replaceable, you can just buy another one. And it's been eroding society. No one seems to care, no one seems to acknowledge it. Um, I thump dogs. I don't give a fuck. My family's white trash, and I'm just supposed to let it jump on me and draw blood. How like I don't I don't live with that part of my family, and every time I see him, their dog jumps on me and draws blood. I'm just supposed to let that happen. Fuck you. You've created such a sick society that we have worshipped dogs, and no one's had kids for 30 years. Okay? Ignoring all the browns at my school. My school was like two-thirds white, maybe. And I've seen this with rich people, I've seen this with poor people. Um, I've seen it on social media. They drag their dogs around super hard. They don't give a fuck. And it's because animals are taught to children as not only are they holier than thou, and they are without sin, blah blah blah. They are to be worshipped, essentially. Like when you look at parents for the last 50 years, it's their priorities are smoking weed, their dogs and their cats, and then their children. So it's like you see like, oh, an animal can't commit a sin, so it's on this pedestal, whatever. A dog does no wrong, and so these children internalize that, and then you fast forward a few decades, and you get to the 2000s, and the birth rate is collapsing for the white population in America, and women they're spinning out. The 90s were hell. Being a 30-year-old woman, childless, no boyfriend, no husband, shoots through the roof. They just start getting a ton of cats, and then the whites that are born, they're born and they go and visit their aunt's house, and they see that and they internalize it, and then their parents, maybe their parents, they smoke weed, and they get a bearded dragon, and they think feeding crickets to their bearded dragon is super cool and rad and gnarly, and they see it as a spectacle, and that they get fish. This was really people don't remember this. This used to be really common in the 90s and 2000s. They get these huge, obscene fish tanks. These are people that don't have the money to spend on it, by the way. They don't have the attention to spend on it, by the way. Their children are being neglected so that they can take care of their fish tank or their bearded dragon or their dogs or their cats, and these children internalize that. They internalize it, and they're watching all this Disney and this slop media where you're giving human attributes to animals, like Disney, Balto, Beauty and the Beast. There's a million fucking animated movies where the dog, Shrek. There's animals being humanized, and you sort of have the worst of both worlds because you humanize them, and because they can do no wrong, they can't do sin, they can't do anything wrong. You have that aspect of it where people will worship, and it's, oh, dog's a man's best friend, and then you have the opposite side of it where it's like, oh, your dog dies, your cat dies, just go buy a new one. Just go buy a new one because it's an object. Or you see these I've seen rich people. Rich people can be low class and poor now too. Uh, I've seen it. Um, there's a few girls I knew who a few of them were pretty poor, and they're retarded, nurse mom. They would, oh, buy him a cat, buy him a dog, And then you see videos of them on Vine, like yanking the leash really hard, just yanking them around like an object. And it's like these women don't have any siblings, they don't have any father in the picture, and boys have video games to escape to, and at least in the early 2000s, 90s, the writing was good enough where we could sort of half make it work. But when you look at the average life of a woman for the last 40, 50 years, they basically have nothing, zero, zilch, for just real mind nourishment, anything that would nourish the mind. So they don't even see themselves, and let alone a dog, as deserving of some sort of I don't know, care. I don't know how to describe it. It's a very complex issue. But you even see this with rich people. They'll buy their kid a bunch, I know one girl, she has a bunch of fucking birds in her room chirping all the time. She's losing sleep. I'm not kidding. I've been on call, and it's like 4 a.m. and these birds wake up, and she's losing fucking sleep for the quality of life of these birds. You are putting birds in a cage in your room. There's like 7 of them. Why does she need 7 of them? You are putting these fucking birds above your own quality of life and your own happiness. I knew one kid, rich kid, lived out in the middle of fucking nowhere. It took an hour to drive to his house. Went there for his birthday. His mom had a walk-in, like a huge fucking sectioned off, like fucking like 4 refrigerators, 5 refrigerators stacked on top of each other size bird den in the middle of their fucking house. Like, you walk through the front door, rich people are white fucking trash now. This is the state of the world. Okay? You walk into a rich person's house, and they have a stinky fucking bird chirping its head off. Everyone is white trash now. That's America now. What do you do with that? What the fuck do you do with that? Tell me. Someone tell me how you think tank and moralize your way out of this situation. Who gives a fuck what Hasan does? Hasan, who gives a fuck? All of society is like this. This is all of society. At least white society. Half. Okay? What do you do? I'm dumbfounded. I'm fucking dumbfounded. Okay? Like and subscribe for more correct, logical, normal, human, the correct fucking... You look at it objectively. You look at society. You look at culture. You look at it all. You combine it all. It's not black and white. Who gives a fuck? It's not black and white. This is a fucking 60, 50-year problem. Okay?